The new Monster Jam season has started off red hot, even as the weather in Houston remains dead cold. NRG Stadium has left a carnage in its wake, with the sport's top drivers falling victim to its path of destruction. Rising up from the Texas dust is the son of a legend who continues to dominate racing. While the fiery professor knows just how to tame a wild stallion riding into the Texas sun for the fourth consecutive time. The saga continues. This is Houston, this is round 3, and this is Monster Jam. Nice air, and he saves it. There is your wow factor. Big air out of the box. Awesome move, look at that. Welcome to Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium for the third of 26 rounds of Monster Jam competition. Now, if round 3 is anything like our first 2, you're in for an exciting night of action. Hello, everyone. I'm Scott Jordan alongside driver Colt Stevens. And Colt, 2 rounds down, it's been the same story. One event champion, Tom Meents, continuing an unprecedented reign in Texas, winning 4 straight. So the question is, who's going to step up tonight and challenge Tom Meents?
What we have to have is a driver put the whole package together. We've had Adam dominating racing, but we've had different winners in each of the other events. If a driver can go out there and be consistent and finish high in all 3 events, they're going to take it.
Let's take a look at the lineup for Stadium Championship Series. Now, 24 World Championships are represented in the stack lineup, Colt.
Scott, stacked is the exact word I would use. We've got some of the best guys out here, including independents. Corey Rummel even coming away with a freestyle win in round 2.
All have eyes on Tom Meents and Max D. Fire. We mentioned Adam Anderson. Bryce Kenny looking to rise out of that field as well. A guy that's had some struggles so far in Houston is Todd LeDuc in Monster Energy. Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger looking to right the ship as well. Corey Rummel in Rage. Big things for him, especially in freestyle. This track and the dirt have been the story of the first 2 rounds. And for more on that, let's send it down to Leslie Mears.
Thanks, Scott. Before anyone else got to see the track today, Colt and I got an exclusive look at some changes. This is the corner that tripped up all of our drivers in round 1 and 2. So they decided to make some changes. What's going on, Colt?
What we had in round 2 was a lot of blue grooving. That's where the track actually becomes really tacky. And these trucks were wanting to tip up and roll over in this corner. So what they're doing here is they're adding a little bit of sand, hoping that'll let the truck slide a little bit easier through the corner. It's going to be interesting to see which lanes the drivers end up picking tonight.
And here's the thing, dirt changes constantly, so the drivers are going to have to make adjustments on the fly.
So, Cole, you and Leslie talked about this, and I was down on the track earlier. It feels like concrete, like something we'd see at Sam Boyd Stadium.
You're exactly right, but I'm very curious to see how that sand reacts. It has a potential to rut up and actually cause more issues.
Let's review the Monster Jam Steel Titans 2 event format for round 3 here in Houston. First up, it's Monster Energy Racing, where Adam Anderson embraced his new ride, still undefeated in Houston, now winning 13 straight. Next up, it's the Great Clip Skills Challenge, in which Ryan Anderson has the highest average in the field. And finally, it's BKT Freestyle. Colt mentioned Corey Rummel coming off the run of his career in round 2. Now 12 points is awarded to the winner of each competition, with a total of 36 points on the line, and the driver with the most points at the end of the night is crowned the overall event champion. Here's tonight's racing bracket. Gravedigger versus Bakugan Dragonoid. That's a match of brother and sister, a rematch from round 1. We have Great Clips Mohawk Warrior versus Rage, Black Pearl versus Avenger, Monster Energy versus Scooby-Doo, and of course the first round buys belong to Megalodon, Max D. Fire, Zombie, and Overboard. Colt, which one of these is the prime matchup of round 1?
I have to say, Scott, this is definitely my favorite bracket we have seen thus far. This is really nice seeing the Andersons at the top here going head-to-head right away. I'm excited to see how this bracket plays out.
It's time for a first matchup of the night. Brother and sister pulling to the line. It's Kristen Anderson versus Ryan Anderson as we begin round 1 of racing. Ryan Anderson off the starting line fast. Kristen caught up on the race ramp, and now Ryan taking the turn tight. And he's coming around that final J-hook. Ryan Anderson so smooth in the left lane. And that is it. So he gets the win back, Colt, and the left lane already doing what we thought it would do tonight.
You're right, Scott. I noticed this track looks very slick. You mentioned it's like concrete out there. All they did was add a whole bunch of water on top of concrete, making this track very slick at the moment.
As we get ready for our second matchup, it is Bryce Kenny, the fastest Monster Jam driver in the world, against Corey Rummel.
I was talking to Bryce earlier, and he seems extremely focused. He's been right there, but just hasn't quite put it all together. So I think he came into this round, he feels good, and I think he's focused and won that win.
And Corey Rummel with a great start, but goes wide in the turn, and here comes Bryce Kenny. Hitting the brakes on a final turn. Bryce Kenny smooth around the turn, got to line it up straight, and he gets there. And Bryce Kenny living up to the moniker of the fastest Monster Jam driver in the world. Cody had fast times. I think 5 of the top 6 in practice yesterday.
Bryce was doing everything perfect right there, staying nice and smooth. He's pushing a little wide in the corners, but I think that's just something they're going to have to deal with while they learn this slick track.
Here we have Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl against Jim Kohler in Avenger. We see the Avenger Fire body that he debuted back at the All-Star Challenge in 2019. Cole Vennard getting to the turn first. Kohler drifting wide. Avenger playing catch up as Cole Vennard whipping it around, but Kohler slightly getting an advantage. And Cole Vennard wasn't giving an inch on that, so the Black Pearl advances to round 2.
Good move by Jim Kohler, showing veteran attitude right there, letting out, making sure that he didn't tear the truck up too bad before the next round.
This final matchup, Cole, is one I've been looking forward to because I want to see Todd LeDuc in that right lane. He does not like the right lane. He's forced there due to the draw and could end up there next round. He has not won a single stadium race in 2021 so far and has not had any success at NRG. Let's see how he does. The door is open for Lindsey Reed and Scooby-Doo as Todd LeDuc now trying to hit the throttle. And he's going to hit the tire. And Todd LeDuc is going to make Lindsey Reed pay on that straightaway. But Leslie Mears, you heard from Todd earlier tonight.
Yeah, guys, Todd LeDuc anticipated the track being just as slick as it is, and so he and Jeff Sin, his crew chief, have been talking about it the whole time. They said they also made an adjustment to the truck. When I asked him what it is, they said, hey, don't worry about it, we got this.
Thank you, Leslie. Let's take a look at the bracket after round 1. We have Megalodon against Bakugan Dragonoid, Anderson versus Anderson, Jamie Garner and Overboard against Bryce Kenny, and Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Max D comes to the track for the first time tonight with Tom Mentz behind the wheel against Cole Vennard and the Black Pearl, and Bari Musauer against Todd LeDuc, who will again go in the right lane. So it's going to be an exciting round 2 bracket here in NRG. Round 1 of racing was red hot. After the break, Adam Anderson brings his 13-race winning streak onto the track. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more speed on Monster Jam. Monster Jam is brought to you by Spin Master. Create your own epic Monster Jam stunts with official Monster Jam toys. Real toys, real action, Monster Jam. Welcome back to Monster Jam Round 3 of the 2021 season right here in Houston, Texas. The second round of Monster Energy Racing is about to start, and here comes Adam Anderson riding a wave of 13 straight racing wins, and in his way is his brother, Ryan Anderson, who got a big win against his sister in round 1.
These are the perfect track conditions for Adam Anderson. He absolutely loves this style track.
And it's Ryan slow off the line in the right lane. Adam taking a perfect turn as Ryan Anderson looking to end the winning streak. Here they come around the same time, and Ryan Anderson has got him. And the streak will end at 13 straight. Ryan Anderson, an incredible turn on the final J-hook.
Look right here. Adam just went too deep. He committed down the straightaway, pushing the truck too deep in the corner. Ryan capitalized on it, coming away with the win. First loss of the year for Adam.
Jamie Garner now making his debut tonight in overboard in the left lane. Bryce Kenny gets pushed to the right lane in Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Jamie Garner has been a surprise in our first couple rounds in Houston.
Very interesting seeing Bryce Kenny over in the right lane. I'm curious to see how he's going to attack this track, knowing that this right lane is so much more difficult.
And Jamie Garner gets to the turn first. That left lane showing dominance again. Bryce Kenny going to try here in the final turn. And Jamie goes deep, Bryce goes tight, and that's the difference. So Jamie Garner lost control of the truck in the final turn, and Bryce Kenny takes advantage and gets the win.
Bryce showing, staying cool, calm, and collected. Works. He went into that last corner nice and smooth and tight and came away with the win. Great job by Bryce.
Tom Meents now on the track in the left lane against Cole Bernard in the Black Pearl. Tom Meents, more success than anybody else in Houston and Texas in general. 4 straight overall event wins. They hit the turn. Cole Bernard wide. Tom Meents tight on the straightaway. Here comes Max D. Fire slow in the turn. Look how slow Tom Meents goes. And Cole Bernard has got an edge on him.
What an upset!
Unbelievable. Tom Meents slowed down so much in that final turn.
I can definitely tell that this corner down here that they added sand to is helping this right lane. It's changing enough that the right lane might be the one that the drivers pick.
And that is the first time since we've been in Houston and started the 2021 season, Tom Meents will not make the semifinals. Barry Musauer and Zombie in the left lane. Todd LeDuc and Monster Energy in the right lane.
I think Todd definitely started in second there. Very slow off the line.
And he goes real wide on the turn. Barry Musauer has an open look here. He hits the brakes. Todd turns early here in the final turn, but over the tire again.
Wow, what a finish!
And he hits it again. So, Colt, I got to ask you, that there's no penalty here for hitting the tire, correct?
Absolutely not. You're penalizing yourself. Lucky for Todd, Barry made a mistake as well. I really love how Todd's coming into this last corner. He's setting it up way wide and slinging that truck in here, driving it like he would his off-road vehicle on a short course.
And our semifinals are set. It's gonna be Ryan Anderson against Bryce Kenny and Cole Bernard against Todd LeDuc. The fastest 4 are here in Houston. So here comes Ryan Anderson in Bakugan Dragonoid, Bryce Kenny, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, both North Carolina guys, know each other very well, both Guinness World Record holders, and Colt, Bryce Kenny has pushed Ryan Anderson to the left lane.
That's a very interesting move by Bryce Kenny.
Ryan Anderson off to a great start, and he turns it tight, almost spins out, gets up over the freestyle pad, and Bryce Kenny has a chance here.
Stay smooth, Bryce, stay smooth.
Ryan again up on the tires. Bryce Kenny is going to win this.
Another win in the right lane.
The right lane continues to be the story so far, and Bryce Kenny took advantage of that first turn mistake by Ryan Anderson.
What a change from round 1 and round 2. Right lane seems to be the ticket.
And our next semifinal matchup, look at this, Colt. Todd LeDuc has gone the opposite way. He has chosen the left lane.
Very strange move by Todd. Maybe he doesn't like this first corner. He's been fast over here, but moving back over to that left lane is kind of strange.
He told me earlier he didn't like the right lane here. He was more comfortable in the left lane.
Which that makes sense. Most drivers like to turn to the left. Swinging it wide again, Todd is.
And Cole Bernard is slow here in the first turn. Todd LeDuc looking for a win. He goes wide on the final turn, lines it up. Cole Bernard gets the inside track.
Holy cow!
And he has got it.
Wow!
Cole Bernard went slow in the first turn, played catch up on the straightaway, and took the inside right lane. He pulled a Todd LeDuc on Todd LeDuc. Look at that finish.
I bet Todd is hating that decision to go to the left lane now.
Our racing finals are set. Bryce Kenny making the most of his opportunity here. He will meet Cole Bernard. So Mohawk, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior against the Black Pearl. That's not exactly the matchup we thought we'd see in the finals tonight.
No, absolutely not. But I'll tell you, I thought Bryce looked focused coming into this one, and it definitely looks like he is.
We are down to our final two. It's Bryce Kenny and Cole Vennard. The racing finals are coming up when Monster Jam returns. Welcome back to the home of the largest rodeo in the world, NRG Stadium, deep in the heart of Houston, Texas. And our racing finals are here. Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, Bryce Kenny getting that lane choice. He's going to stick with that right lane. Cole Vennard in the left lane. What are your thoughts on this matchup now?
Very smart for him to move Cole over to the left. Cole was fast and right, beating Todd. Bryce recognized that and moved him over to the left side.
Off the line they go. Across the line, it's Bryce Kenny with the advantage. A great turn for both our drivers. Cole Vennard has a slight lead going in the final turn, and he goes tight again. Here comes Bryce Kenny at the end. Cole gets it. It is Cole Vennard with the win. What a night. What a way to start for Cole Vennard.
Cole put down the fastest time of the night in that final round.
Incredible, Cole Vennard. What a night for him, winning in both lanes, getting faster as the night progressed.
I knew Cole would be a force to be reckoned with coming in, and now he's definitely proving that here so far tonight.
Standing by with the man of the hour, let's go down to Leslie Mears with Cole Vennard.
Cole Vennard, you were swapped back and forth between lanes, so how were you able to maintain focus and take this victory?
You know what? Everyone was giving us a hard time because we were in last place on the points. So we had to come out here and show that the Black Pearl belongs here. We're here to stay. We're going to take everybody out one by one. We're coming back, baby. Watch out.
Take a look at the BKT leaderboard after one competition. Cole Vennard getting 12 for his racing win. Bryce Kenny with 11, Todd LeDuc with 10, Ryan Anderson with 9, and Tom Mentz with 8, rounding out your BKT top 5. Earlier tonight, our drivers competed in the Great Clips Skills Challenge. Each driver had the option to attempt 2 technical maneuvers on 2 wheels or a donut. Competitors attempted a variety of moves and combinations and were judged based on creativity, skill, and execution. 12 points were on the line towards tonight's overall event championship. Let's take a quick look back at our top competitors. It was Todd LeDuc in Monster Energy with this popper nose wheelie combo that got him 3rd place.
Nice job, buddy. Nice job. That a boy. That'll drive this thing.
Then Ryan Anderson does what Ryan Anderson does best, a double bicycle, double sidewall to finish in 2nd.
All the way over to the other side. Look at him. Look at him. Wow.
And at the end of the competition, once again, it was Tom Mentz and Max D. Fire with the maximum moonwalk taking the win.
He's got his hand hanging out the window, letting the fans know he's doing it for them. Listen to the crowd. The crowd goes wild over that maximum moonwalk.
After 2 competitions, let's take a look at the overall event leaderboard. We have a 4-way tie at the top. Ryan Anderson, Bryce Kenny, Todd LeDuc, and Tom Mentz all tied with 20 points apiece. So a 4-team race, but then right underneath Cole Vennard with 19, rounding out the top 5. Adam Anderson just outside. So let's sit down to the track with Leslie Mears and a 12-time World Finals champion, Tom Mentz.
2-wheel skills has been your bread and butter, Tom, but is it going to be enough to keep you in contention for this overall event championship?
Not having the best luck in racing tonight. Track was a little slick for us. We really had to, pick it up a lot. Skills challenge. Fortunately, it worked out great for us. We made 2 great moves. We were able to top an awesome field. We got to keep the mojo going. We got to get it done in freestyle. What a big tie at the top.
He's got a great position for freestyle, so he's got a good chance.
BKT Freestyle is still to come, and we will get you ready for it with our official halftime report. Coming right back for more thrills, more action, and more Monster Jam. Everyone at Monster Jam is proud to be partners with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Become a partner in hope and receive a custom St. Jude and Monster Jam We Won't Stop t-shirt. Text Monster Jam to 785-833 or visit stjude.org/Monster Jam to learn more. We have reached halftime of Monster Jam's third round of the season. Welcome to the official halftime report. I'm Scott Jordan alongside a guy who's driven pretty much everything with wheels, Cole Stevens. And Cole, the story so far is a four-way tie at the top of the leaderboard with Ryan Anderson, Bryce Kenny, Todd LeDuc, and Tom Meents all tied at 20, and Cole Vennard right there at 19, so 1 point separates the top five.
It's definitely anybody's ball game at this point, but I called Cole out very beginning, round one. I thought he was going to be fast, and he's proven me right here in round three. He's finally catching up, running the fastest time of the night in racing. Awesome job by Cole Vennard.
Todd LeDuc has a big chance to win this event, but he blew a transmission in racing.
Is something wrong with the truck, buddy? It was weird, like the four-wheel drive didn't work for a second there.
So what does his crew need to do to get him back with a very tight window for Freestyle?
The crew is the best in the business. They can change the transmission pretty fast. So Todd just got to get that out of his head, know that he's got a strong transmission in that truck, go out there, put on a show that he knows how to do. Beat Todd LeDuc, and he's going to come away with the win if he does that.
Now let's get an update on what's happening with Monster Energy with this UNOH halftime pit report. Leslie Mears is down with Todd LeDuc.
A lot of thrashing going on back here, guys. So Todd, for you, a little bit of damage. How's that going to impact you for Freestyle?
You know, when we lost the transmission in the first round of racing, I was kind of panicking, getting nervous, and then we were playing strategy game of stay out for Great Clips two-wheel skill and keep it only in second gear the whole time, or come back and change it. And we decided, let's do skills, come back here and change it. My mind, my heart, everything's already at ease. The transmission's ready to rip, and we're ready for Freestyle.
So how do you feel about your position in Freestyle and how that might give you an edge?
I don't know what it is. I just already know I'm going to win in Freestyle, and we're going to bring it. So all these other guys are going to be battling for second.
No lack of confidence back here, guys.
Thank you, Leslie. So Todd LeDuc on the clock right now in Monster Energy. Now, Cole, you and I both know that Monster Jam has some of the most devoted fans in motorsports, and they love these drivers. But one question we always get asked is what goes on with the drivers behind the scenes at Monster Jam?
Scott, we could have a totally different show with just what goes on behind the scenes here at Monster Jam.
Well, to answer that question and to show you all what it's really like behind the scenes of a Monster Jam event, we bring you Mic'd Up, presented by Great Clips, in this edition of Inside Monster Jam.
Did you ever play Nintendo 64 growing up?
Yeah.
Did you ever play NBA Jams? No?
It's been so long.
NBA Jams, I was always the Utah Jazz.
Coming up next, it's Bryce Kenny, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior.
Over the last 4 years of driving, which is not a long time, it's like if I course correct too much, like you'll see it. You'll be like, what the heck is that? But then sometimes I'm like, no. Get out of your head, hit it the way you want, go have some fun. Ready? All right, man. I guess, are you coming up with me? Right. Oh, everybody's in there. I guess I forgot we had an event. Make sure I don't hit that mic off. Good?
Yep,
thanks.
Go get them.
Green line, green line.
Bryce staying nice and tight to the turn pole, looking good.
Go for it. Have some fun, man. Go get it done. All right, thanks. 30.
Yeah, big
And
one
there's
right
a big
there.
time jump from a big-time superstar.
Back to the 8-pack again. There we go, Bryce.
Final opportunity to impress this Salt Lake City crowd, and Bryce Kenny did just that.
Yes, sir. Hey, now that was driving, baby.
Even my wheel, I'm trying to think about the wheel. It's not like I got it very vertical, but it seemed like it still got some decent height because I landed the front on the back side.
It got good height.
Yeah.
It didn't go vertical,
Yeah.
but it shot you up about 80 degrees.
I was a little late on the throttle.
Kristen Anderson with major air. Another Guinness World Record holder here tonight along with Bryce Kenny.
That was amazing. That was awesome because it was so good.
This edition of Mic'd Up was presented by Great Clips, home of the Great Care Promise. Their commitment to helping keep everyone stay as safe as possible in the salon. Check out greatclips.com/greatcare today. Still to come, it's the final competition of the night. It's BKT Freestyle, and it's next on Monster Jam. Round round 3 has not disappointed so far here in Houston. Welcome back to NRG Stadium. I'm Scott Jordan with Colt Stevens, and we've been talking about how intense this track has been so far this season, and now it's time to find out if the hard work of our crew chiefs will pay off. Colt, there was a lot of work done over the last week. Now it's time to see who's going to sink or swim on this track.
You're exactly right, Scott. The crew chiefs had their hands full fixing all these trucks after the track dominated the trucks out there in round 2. But this track is completely changed, it seems like, here in round 3. So I'm super excited to see what happens out there in freestyle, and I think there's opportunities for some big wow moments.
This star-studded lineup is about to deliver, so let's get you ready for BKT Monster Jam Freestyle. Each driver has 2 minutes to put together a spectacular freestyle performance. Our drivers will be judged by fans in attendance based on creativity, momentum, the use of all obstacles on the track, and their ability to fill the entire clock. To qualify for a score, drivers must complete the first 30 seconds of their run. These superstars will have their endurance pushed to its limit as they defy gravity in these 12,000-pound steel titans. With the overall event championship on the line, expect to see big air, backflips, technical moves, dynamic saves, and those incredible wow moments that have made Monster Jam a worldwide phenomenon. This is BKT Freestyle. And here comes Adam Anderson, the 5-time world champion.
There it is, some big air out of Adam. Uh-oh, whoa.
And he's gonna save it.
I thought he was going for the 8-back that fast, wow.
Adam Anderson has 4 freestyle wins in his career in NRG Stadium.
Oh, that's a side slap, man. Those are so painful. He's going to feel that in his ribs tomorrow.
So a guy not in the running right now for the overall event championship, which is rare to say, is Adam Anderson in Megalodon. Came into tonight on a tear, winning 13 consecutive races before he finally fell to his brother Ryan.
Adam goes out there, he wants to be a champion. He said earlier this year, uh-oh, sidewalls, nice save, great work. He said earlier this year he will never be what his dad was, but he wants to go out there and win those championships and be one of the winningest drivers of all time, and he's definitely achieved that.
Yeah, as the son of a 4-time World Finals champion, Adam Anderson has 5 titles to his name. Still thinks his dad's legacy is much bigger than any that he will ever leave, but he has made it look pretty darn easy winning those 5 titles. There's a slap wheelie.
Dragging the fin. Look at him. You don't even hear that motor. He's just letting it ride.
Take a look at the replay. Adam Anderson got it started early with some big air.
Truck looks like it's landing a lot better than it was right here. Slap wheelie, rides it, almost lets completely out and just lets the truck coast.
Out of Fortville, Indiana, Jamie Garner, the leader of Overboard Motorsports. He's now out in Overboard. You can't tell because the body is gone.
Going for it.
But he's got a great jump to kick him off here. Every year of his stadium competition has been better than the last. Had a banner year in 2020, and so far in Houston, he has picked up right where he left off. A freestyle average of 8.461 for Jamie Garner.
Not afraid to air her out, going big right out of the box.
Landed his first ever backflip in 2020 at Raymond James Stadium, and then won his first stadium freestyle that very same night.
Oh, almost got tripped up there. Great recovery.
Having some issues getting squared away. Gets in the stall.
This is going to be huge. Nice!
And big air for Jamie Garner. And look at the slap wheelie on the back left tire.
Absolutely executed that perfectly. Checked up at the beginning, jumped, and then downsided on the backside of the ramp.
Incredible run so far. 20 seconds left on the clock. We're looking for that big wow moment.
Here he goes again, setting up for another big one. Wow!
Clears a pod, and there's a great wheelie. What a finish to that run. And he still has a couple seconds left, but man, what a reactionary move that was.
Only thing Jamie is missing is a flip. Holy cow!
And even though the time has run out, he's giving the fans a little bonus. Great run for Jamie Garner. Here's a look at the replay. Just some dynamic air for Jamie Garner and that save at the end.
I love the momentum. Here he goes here. Huge one. Catches it all the way down. Downsides that ramp. Great execution.
And now things are about to get interesting. Here comes Ryan Anderson. He is one of the 4 that are tied at the top of the BKT overall event leaderboard at 20 points.
Ryan's going early in order. It's very strange to see Ryan go out early.
Now, surprisingly enough, Ryan Anderson has never won a freestyle competition at NRG Stadium.
Oh, 1-2 shift right there.
Ryan Anderson bringing it back down. A lot of talk on social media, Colt, when Ryan was announced to be driving Bakugan Dragonoid and not Son of a Digger. But he is letting him have it tonight in his new truck.
He wants to go out here and drive that truck into the ground for the fans. There he goes. Love the speed.
And he's going to bounce it up, get a nice save there. And here comes I thought he was going for the backflip. He faked this all out. Side gaining speed. Here he comes up over the jammer. Ryan Anderson, a 2-time World Finals champion, has this saying. Look at that, just a bicycle in the middle of his freestyle run. No obstacle necessary for Ryan Anderson.
Here he goes again. That truck is rebounding hard. I think he might have a bent sway bar that causes that truck when it rebounds to want to rebound to one side or the other.
He has this saying, Colt, that he's not stopping till the truck's stopping. And another bicycle.
Oh, almost, Ryan. Trying to get a bicycle going there. Something's going on with the rear steer, though. It seems like the rear steer is bypassing and turning to the left.
That was not a typical Ryan Anderson run, but he left a lot on the table. If you take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay.
The replay, you see here, he's got great momentum, great speed, huge air. He's doing everything he can out there to set himself apart from the other drivers. He's trying to find those different angles than what the other guys have done so far.
For whom does the bell toll? That sound means one thing. Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger 34 is making her way on the track, and she is off and running off the race ramp.
Kristen had an amazing save in round 3. Hopefully she can keep the truck upright, do a full 2-minute run, but also have a save, throw a save in there like she did in round 2.
Hits the brakes there, runs out of room. Now coming back over to the far side of the track. Ooh. There's a big jump for Kristen Anderson. Gets a wheelie down the other side of the ramp, running out of room.
A little love tap to the container there.
Monster Energy backflip ramp has yet to come into play.
Woo!
Another big jump. I love how she gets the back end of Gravedigger over the front and in the air. She's starting to get momentum here, Coach. She's starting to feel it. She's getting the air off of everything, even the smallest obstacle on the track.
Another big air hit. Oh,
huge jump for Kristen Anderson. She lands it. Truck parts falling apart here on this Houston track. And she's got some momentum, and she is lining it up for the 8-pack. First time we've seen it tonight.
Uh-oh.
Here comes Gravedigger, gets the air, gets it up, and she will land the 8-pack backflip. What a maneuver for Kristen Anderson.
First backflip of the night. Look at her go. Now she needs to just burn it down. Just go, Kristen, go. Oh,
and she is going to roll the truck. She tried to put an exclamation point on that with a donut and ends up on the side of Gravedigger 34. What a run for Kristen Anderson.
Doing it Digger style.
Let's take a look at the replay. I mean, she hit everything in front of her with massive air. Not everyone tonight had an outstanding run. It's time to recap the not-so-honorable mentions in BKT Freestyle. Bryce Kenny's buzz cut backflip was not enough to win over the audience. Then Jim Kohler and Avenger completely flipping over that fire body. Cole Vennard did not recover from a great racing win in freestyle. Barry Musauer broke the rear housing in Zombie, and Lindsey Reed broke the housing as well and did not qualify for a score. 8 trucks have competed, 4 remain. Let's take a look at the BKT Freestyle top 5. Bryce Kenny in 5th, Adam Anderson 4th, Kristen Anderson 3rd, Ryan Anderson 2nd, and Jamie Garner in 1st. Round 1 was full of some incredible moments, and arguably none bigger than an unbelievable save in freestyle from 2-time World Finals champion Jim Kohler.
That's right, Scott. Let's relive the excitement with Mr. Excitement. This week's Monster Energy Action of the Week.
So Jim comes out with his big air,
and then he's coming around. Truck gets a little wild and crazy, falls off the pod, but Jim doesn't give up. He never quits. He just keeps pushing and pushing. That truck comes back to all 4 tires. What a great save. Bounces around, getting crazy, doesn't know where he's at, spins it all the way around, catches it just the right time, and drives right away.
That is why Jim Kohler is the Monster Energy Action of the Week. We are just moments away from finding out who will be our Round 3 event champion as freestyle continues. Great Clips, the official hair salon of Monster Jam. You can feel good about getting a great haircut with their Great Care promise. Check out the details at greatclips.com and check in online today. As we continue freestyle, let's take a look at the BKT overall point leaderboard coming into this competition. Ryan Anderson with 20 points, Bryce Kenny with 20, Todd LeDuc with 20, and Tom Mentz with 20 as well. Cole Vennard right there with 19 points. So 5 points separating the top 5 of our BKT overall point leaders. Up next is 2-time World Finals champion Todd LeDuc and Monster Energy. So back from the blown transmission, sitting tied atop the leaderboard at 20. Bryce Kenny has already gone. Ryan Anderson has already gone. And Todd LeDuc getting started right away with a wheelie across the track. And Todd earlier said he knows he's going to win freestyle. And if he wins freestyle, he's going to walk out of here with the overall event championship.
Look at him. He sets that up perfect, downside. It's one thing I really love to watch Todd do is when he comes out here, he actually sets every jump up. He will not just jump that truck and hope for the best. Watch him here. He'll downside again. Perfect.
He won freestyle in round 1. A disappointing finish in round 2. And again, faking us out with the Monster Energy backflip ramp. He's going for the 8-pack, though.
Man, it's early.
And Todd LeDuc gets it up and lands it nicely. So the 3rd successful 8-pack backflip of the night. And here comes the 2-time World Finals champion.
Turn it up now, Todd. Turn it up.
He knows the event championship is well within his grasp. He needs to finish strong, and there's some big air for Todd LeDuc.
Oh!
And a save right here. Can he land it?
Ooh!
He's got it up.
He got it! He's definitely got a big foiling bar after that one, though.
Go, 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 go. Nice job, buddy. Nice job.
The score is in. The crowd erupts. Our new leader is Todd LeDuc in Monster Energy. He is now in the driver's seat. The event championship all comes down to this run here from the 12-time World Finals champion and the professor of Monster Jam University, Tom Mentz, and Max D. Fire. If he beats Todd LeDuc here, he will win the event championship. If he doesn't, Todd LeDuc will win the event championship.
Setting it up, gonna big crossover jump here. Nice!
And there is some big air from Max D, clears the entire pod.
Oh!
Follows it up with another big jump, gets it on the nose, and saves it on the back 2 tires.
You hardly ever see Max D get in that position. Being a front engine truck, it's really hard for him to wheelie like that. So it's really cool to see Max D actually stand that thing straight up.
Coming back for more, hits the ramp, gets the back two tires down, and then saves it on the front two.
Woo! How? What a front slap there.
Incredible bounce in Max D right now as he gets up, clearing the pod again.
That's the first person I've seen hit a pot that jump that way.
Running over everything, but he's got to do something more to take the lead away from Todd LeDuc. Now the left lane race ramp.
He's got the speed. He's got the air. He's missing that wow factor. Maybe this is it.
And here comes the wow factor. The Monster Energy backflip ramp for Tom Meents.
Oh!
Skies it and lands it hard on that right side.
That's a testament to Josh Dyke, his crew chief. He said he built the toughest Monster Jam truck, and it definitely looks that way after taking a hit like that.
And this is going to get interesting.
Doing it for the fans.
As time has expired, a cyclone. This is going to be real interesting, Colt Stevens. A 9.347 is a beatable score for Tom Meents. He'd make it 5 in a row.
That's a hard one to call. He had the whole package.
9.478 is the score for Tom Meents. He has taken the lead in freestyle. Our final competitor in round 3 of Monster Jam in Houston is our round 2 freestyle winner, Corey Rummel. Trying to go back to back in freestyle.
Woo!
There is a huge jump from Mr. Extreme Air. What a statement win it would be if he can win his second consecutive freestyle competition of the 2021 season. That would build a lot of momentum for Corey Rummel going into round 4 in Houston.
Oh. He's hitting everything out there. He's going all kinds of crazy angles.
He's trying to get control of Rage. He has built this thing from the ground up. Fiberglass body included. And he is going for it. The Monster Energy backflip ramp. He landed it in round 2.
Nice.
And he lands it again, but he gets too big of a bounce on the backflip.
I really liked the momentum. Corey was going fast through all the corners. He was missing a little bit of the air, though. I'm used to seeing Corey go a lot bigger, but had a great run going. Backflip just over-rotated a little bit, caught a bounce.
9.125.
There was a lot of 9s, Scott.
A lot of 9s indeed. And with a freestyle win, 12 points goes to Tom Meents in Max D Fire as we take a look at our BKT freestyle top 5. It is Tom Meents, Todd LeDuc in 2nd, Jamie Garner in 3rd, Ryan Anderson in 4th, and then Kristen Anderson in 5th. Let's go down to the track. Leslie Mears standing by with our freestyle winner and event champion, Tom Meents.
Now this is his first freestyle victory in the 5 consecutive overall event championships. So Tom, what does it mean in a field like this to have so much consistency and be so dominant?
So awesome to be out here watching the event. I've missed Monster Jam. I've missed these amazing fans here in Texas. But to watch each driver out there performing, raising the bar, everybody did fantastic. There was no room to stop. You just had to push to a higher level. Luckily, we did that thanks to my great crew, thanks to these amazing Monster Jam fans. Most importantly, it's so good that Monster Jam is back. Woo!
Thank you, Leslie. So we'll take a look at the BKT event leaderboard. Tom Meents with 32 points, Todd LeDuc with 31, Ryan Anderson with 29, Bryce Kenny with 25, and Cole Vennard with 22, rounding out your BKT top 5. That's going to do it for our 3rd round of Monster Jam. Will Tom Meents continue to add to his trophy case, or will someone else rise up and take the gold? To find out, we'll be right back here at NRG Stadium for round 4 of Monster Jam action. For Colt Stevens and Leslie Mears, I'm Scott Jordan. Good night from Houston.